chasing us.
Yeah, so if you
everywhere.
Scorpenek's everywhere. So if you watch Book of Boba Fett this week, and you should have,
Yeah.
you notice that there were these droids. Now, when I saw them, Jim, and as soon as I saw them, I go, oh, they're like giant destroyer droids. They're like giant droidicas, and then they threw the force field over themselves, and I go, oh wow, this is going to be tough. This is going to be intense. They even had the eye and all that. Yeah. I had no idea that this was, there was pre-existing art with these droids. I thought they were just a brand new thing for Book of Boba Fett.
Yes, this is amazing stuff because there was something about those droids. I said to myself, I know those cannon droids, but I never heard Scorpenek used before. But while watching the episode, I'm like, I know I've seen them somewhere. And Matt Bell at the official RFR Facebook group, he posted a picture of a Scorpenek Annihilator droid, the Scorpenek Annihilator droid, an image from the new Essential Guide to Droids from 2006, which I have right here. So I have the book, and I looked it up. And
let's see the cover. Can you show us the cover again?
Oh, sure.
Official. Okay, I remember when that came out. The new Essential Guide to Droids. All right. Those Essential Guides are good stuff. That's good stuff.
Oh, I love them. I love them. They're always within arm reach of me here in the RFR studio. So this is called a Colicoid Annihilator Droid. Mm-hmm. The colicoids, or colicoids, maybe it's colicoid. The colicoids are an advanced technological society who actually manufactured the droidicas for the Trade Federation.
Oh, so they are sort of related in a way. Same creators.
They are definitely related.
Yeah.
They are definitely related. But so upon seeing that, I started digging through a lot of my art of books for the prequels, because I thought I could swear I saw concept art for it in the past. So I pulled out the Art of Attack of the Clones book. Remember this one?
Oh yeah.
2002.
Oh,
yeah. Yes. And on page 108, we have concept art from Doug Chang for the Annihilator droid. And we have some of those images, Jason. You'll see them on our. Okay, so there's one image of the Annihilator droid. You kind of see a lot of the attributes here in place, including the claw legs and the eye. Mm-hmm. The dimensions are a little bit different. It appears the height seems the same, but it just appears that it might have some smoother edges or something.
Yeah. Very prequel era.
Refined it. Very prequel era. You can see Doug Chang refined it in other concept art, like the one Jason just put on the screen here. Now this looks much more consistent with what we saw in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, little boxier, little blockier, chunkier. Yeah.
And you really see the droidica details in here as well, especially with the two arms and the blaster cannons. And then there was a third variation on this design, which is more crab-like in nature, I think. Yeah. And this may have evolved into the crab droids that we see in action in episode 2. So here's the deets from Doug Chang. One of the lost concepts for episode 2 was the deadly spider-like Annihilator droid. Before the Annihilator droid was written out, it was going to be one of the powerful next generation droids, Doug Chang observed. What was curious was George felt there were too many droids, so he dropped this. But then a bunch of new robots were created for the end battle, but the Annihilator droid never came back.
One of those George rejects.
It's a George reject. Oh. It was when Lucas was cutting material in the animatics phase, he realized the Annihilator droid concept could inspire development of fighting droids needed for the banking and commerce clans and the other forces clashing at the end battle. The Annihilator droid concept drawings below Chang was inspired by the episode 1 destroyer droid, aka the droidicas. For the upright arms of the for the upright arms of the droid, Chang was influenced by the look of attacking scorpion pinchers. So now we're starting to get closer to the name of the droid, which, of course, is the Scorpenek.
Scorpenek.
And that goes back to Doug Chang being influenced by scorpions. So that was just a little fun thing
that's really
I discovered.
Cool. Yeah.
After, thank you, Matt Bell, for sending me down that groundhog hole. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And it just, goes to show what, we've observed for a long time following George and the production of Star Wars is that, you never throw anything away. No concepts, no ideas. You just, I mean, when you think about it, it makes total sense. George assembled some of the best minds for, developing concepts. Why would you ever throw anything away? Of course, maybe it's not right for this project, but it'll be perfect for the next project or the next project.
Yeah. And we've certainly seen the Ralph McQuarrie designs, which were scrapped initially. They've been brought back in big waves, it seems like, so, and now Doug Chang is getting, his rejections are getting accepted. And so that must be a feel good for him, after all these years.
Yeah.
Hey, that's back. Great.
I wonder, when you look at a guy like Doug Chang, it took a lot of years for Ralph McQuarrie to sort of become the household name that he was. And, with Doug Chang, it's like he sprung up around the prequel era, and then it seemed like he sort of just disappeared, and now all of a sudden he's back and creating all of these concepts and digging out some of the old stuff that he did, and so maybe we learned our lesson. Let's continue to heap praise and appreciation on a guy like Doug Chang, and that doesn't end up kind of off in the wilderness like Ralph did before somebody. It was like the guys like the Dreams and Visions press guys that were like, wait a minute, what's this guy? Why is this guy just sitting around? We need to take him out, bring him to conventions, let him sign, let him talk to the fans. There's a lot of people that would love to talk to him. So anyway, it's always good to kind of go back and see where these things began, and they often began at the pencil tip of a guy like a Ralph McQuarrie or a Doug Chang.